Yeah, hi Harshitha, how are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, Harshitha, could you please introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Harshitha. I have completed my master's from Central University of Andhra Pradesh, and I've started my career in IT sector as a content analyst, working in Eduquel Learning Solution based in Bangalore. And then I have switched to business analyst role with my strong interest. And I have 3 years of experience as a BA and worked in banking and IT sector, specialized in requirement elicitation, stakeholder management, and strategic alignment. I have also experience in BRD, FRD preparations, and UML diagrams, user stories, project end-to-end project delivery. And I am also having experience in Agile, waterfall methodologies, SQL, Jira, Visio, and uh, I have proven ability in UAT coordination and delivering a project go live and giving post deployment project support.
All right, could you please brief me about the project that you have worked?
Yeah. Uh, from past 3 years, I have been working in one project called FinSphere for the Quantic Mark New York, USA. And the major project is the bank wanted to shift their entire legacy system all 360 with the current updated version of a bank score with all the automated and updated system with their existing data to be preserved and continued with all the new added features that is feasible for the current world.
All right, what are the modules of your project? The
Yeah,
FinSphere which you're talking.
Ledger Pro, Payflow, Paymatrix, FinSphere are some of the modules that we have worked in FinSphere.
All right, what is your contribution towards for this project? I mean, what did you exactly done as a BA?
So, as a BA, I have worked with the senior business analysts uh, and did the requirement elicitation, stakeholder management, prepared documents via DFR, user stories, acceptance criteria. I have also created UAT testings, and during the project planning, I have contributed UML diagrams, and I have given my continuous support and acted as a bridge between the stakeholders and the IT teams.
All right, so may I know like what are the tools that you used as a BA?
Yeah, as a BA, we have used Jira for project coordination and Confluence for collaboration and documentation, Excel for the requirement data management, and the MS Visio or Lucid for this flow diagrams, and uh, what we as Asana for documentations.
All right, so I'll ask one question like what is user story?
User story is a simple description of a feature that is told in the perspective of the user.
Okay, what is the format for that?
As a I want so that, so as a means we are describing who the person is involved in the user story, and I want is what the user actually requires, and so that is the reason why they are all doing all these things. So this is a simple description for a feature.
All right. As a BA, like you are responsible for gathering the requirements, right?
Yes.
So, what type of elicitation techniques you applied in your previous company?
Actually, there are many scenarios where I have used different elicitation techniques. Sometimes I use interview, where one-to-one person interview with the stakeholders to get understand what exactly they want, and workshops to get huge data, and the questionnaire where to get a structured data of what is missing and what is wanted exactly, prototyping, etc. Many elicitation techniques, but more often I used is interview technique with the stakeholders.
All right, it's good to know about that. So, my question was, suppose let's assume that one of the stakeholder was finding some difficulty in assuming things with the requirement. As a BA, what you will do in that situation?
So you're saying that the stakeholder is unclear with that?
Correct.
Yeah. First of all, we have to, I mean, as a BA, I did, first of all, I wanted the stakeholder to tell what his real problem is other than the solution. I wanted him to ask more questions so that I can understand what is missing in the requirement. And I have created a to-be workflow in the Confluence and given many screen mockups and data tables and decision tables, etc. to and I have given them a number of mockup screen mockups. So whether they are satisfied with it or not, and I have taken continuous input from them, and I have aligned with the project at finally after many meetings with the stakeholders. When they are unclear, I have to work more, and I did, and I have collected the data in different with the different elicitation techniques, and I have created a BRD with all my findings, and I have taken sign off from them before going to the deployment. I mean, DevOps team.
All right. So, what is exactly the impact analysis?
Impact analysis is when we are making a change, we have to understand what is going to be triggered with that change. For example, when in my project earlier, when a stakeholder made a change request in the middle of the sprint, we understood that it is going to disturb the flow of the project, and we have to check whether it is uh, in scope of the project or not, and how is it going to affect the delivery urgencies, times, dependencies, cost, efficiency, etc. Everything has to be understand before we proceed with the change request, because the impact is what makes the difference in quality and deliverable time of the delivery of the project.
Okay, what are the Scrum ceremonies?
There are four Scrum ceremonies, of which the first one is sprint planning, the second one is daily stand up, third is sprint review, and fourth one is sprint retrospective. So, starting with the sprint planning, it begins with the uh, spring beginning, where we plan everything, what to take up, how to take up, what is the duration, and the priorities within the sprint. And daily stand up is for 15 minutes every day. So we discuss what are we going to do today, what are our tasks, and what are our heads up. And sprint review is after the completion of the sprint, we check whether what we have done is correct and in alignment with the project scope. And right after the sprint review is the sprint retrospective, where we understand how the sprint has come over and what can we do for the improvement.
All right, out of this, which are very important for a business analyst?
Sprint planning and daily mockups, sprint review, these three are most important.
All right. Okay, what is the difference between product backlog and sprint backlog?
So product backlog is where we see the sprints in a priority order, goes according
Mhm.
to the priority in the product backlog, and sprint backlog is the user stories, where which one has to be taken up first.
All right, who owned the product backlog and how do you prioritize the requirements?
So product backlog is owned by the product owner. He is
Mhm.
sorry,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
shall I
come on,
correct?
come.
Yeah. So he is responsible for the refinement, priority, and the transparency and alignment of this product backlog.
So could you
And
take an example like how do you prioritize as a business analyst
prioritize.
the requirements?
Yeah, prioritizing requirements is obviously done by the Moscow technique: must have, should have, could have, and won't have. So based
Mhm.
on this, and the business value also plays a major role in the priority, and time and urgency, dependencies, cost, efficiency, all the things attribute for the priority, but the major Moscow technique plays a crucial role.
All right. So let's assume that there is a conflict between two stakeholders. As a BA, can you
Mm.
tell me how do you handle the situation? From your project, did you come across?
So generally, when there is a conflict between two teams, what as a BA I do is to make a compromise between both the teams. And yes, I have. I had an experience like this in my earlier project, where the current account and savings account CASA team wanted the daily interest calculations, but the finance team wanted the monthly posting. So there was a dispute between the requirements of both the teams. So where I proposed a compromise between two of them with a joint session, and proposed that daily calculations with monthly updations. So for which fortunately both the teams had agreed, and so there was a smooth running of the operation and finance teams. The
All
efficiency
right.
was continued.
All right. What is the difference between in scope and out of scope?
In scope is where we maintain with the project objectives and goals, and out scope is whether maybe for the next development or improvements we use it, not in the current development stages.
Sorry, could you come again?
In scope is the major project objective or the goals or needs that are to be aligned, and the outscope are the features that we have to improve or make modifications, not in the
Okay.
current development.
Okay. What is the difference between BRD and FRD?
BRD is a business need, where FRD is the functionalities, and FRD is based on BRD, how the system should work, and the functionalities of the business requirement document is called FRD.
What are the some of the key sections of BRD and FRD?
Sorry.
What are the some of the key sections of BRD and FRD documents?
Uh, I mean, what are the requirements we take?
No, sections I'm asking from the document.
Uh, so firstly, we take objectives and user stories, acceptance criteria, and
No,
in
no,
the
no. I'm
effort,
asking the section. There will be some sections in BRD document, FRD document.
yeah, maybe currently I'm confused with that.
Okay, no problem. Tell me about the complex problem you solved as a BA.
Okay, as a BA, my complex problem was there was a major continuous change request from the team asking for the new FD schemes reoccurring all the time. So
Okay.
what I did was, first of all, I explained them clearly that with the continuous change requests and continuous modifications, it would impact the efficiency of the project, and the timelines will obviously get disturbed. And then I have met with this operation and finance team and asked how this problem could be solved. And we prepared a table where we get instant daily updation from the CDS, and we worked too hard to reflect them on the uh, CBS system without involvement of the manual procedures. So that was really challenging, and it took a lot of time. And finally, we did but we did our best to provide them what they wanted.
All right. Can you give me a scenario where you have performed gap analysis in your previous project?
Yes, gap analysis is actually where we wanted the difference between current state and future state is the gap analysis. So in the updation of the KYC, maybe I think I have performed this gap analysis where there is a as this process where manual entry of the details of the customer was taking place, that resulted in uh, more time taking process, but we have proposed a to be process with the automatic fetching of the details from the existing customer details. So maybe this is where I have performed this gap analysis, and this is also where I contributed something to the project from my end.
Mhm.
uh,
Okay. How do you ensure all requirements are captured correctly as a BA?
okay, I mean, are you asking gather validation and
Yes.
yeah. So when I take a requirement, I will obviously focus on the business objective and whether if it is aligned with the project or not. And I conduct a workshop with all the stakeholders, and I will compare that with business rules and exceptions. And then I will perform this gap analysis as to be processes whether they are necessary in the bank or modules. And I prepare a sequence diagrams, train mockups, data mappings, validate with the SMEs and stakeholders, and finalize this BRDs and FRDs. And then after all these, I will prepare UAT, acceptance criteria, RTMs, and then go for the sign off uh, from the operations and finances teams.
Okay. Okay. What is your role in UAT testing?
So UAT testing is done as a BA and BA by me. So I will be responsible for doing the performing the test with the stakeholder in presence of stakeholders in end user point of view.
Okay. So will you be considering any references while doing UAT testing?
Yes, user acceptance testing differences means I mean, are you asking me that I have found any
Reference.
books? Sorry.
How do you perform UAT testing? Can you define the steps?
Okay. First of all, user acceptance testing is done in the end user's point of view. So I will log in as a end user, and
Mm-hmm.
I will enter each and every step that
All
suppose
right.
for example, if I end user, I want to create a bank account. I will log in as a user. I will give my SIF details. I will give my mail IDs and the necessary bank account numbers, PAN cards, etc. So everything is done as an end user perspective in the presence of the stakeholder, so they understand that whether this developed feature is working for the end users or not.
Okay. What is your role on deployment and what?
Deployment mm, before after the retrospective, and after everything, we go to the live production. And during the production, I mean, are you asking post production?
Correct.
Sorry.
Correct.
Hello.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah. After production, what as a BA I do is I will gather the feedback from the branch and supporting teams, and I will also conduct a questionnaire to capture the usability and the issue logs. And I will ask multiple users what are the recurring issues they are facing, and collect all this data and rank them according to their priority. And I will coordinate with the minor UI fixes where we can do it instantly. And I will update the version update notes for the transparency. So these are the deployment support that I give as a BA. And continuous assistance will also be provided. It is provided in my earlier project.
All right. So could you share your screen?
Hmm.
Open the Word documentation.
I have kept it. Yeah.
Open Word document. Yeah. Okay. Can you write what is the any one of the user story from your project? Could you write it down here?
Yeah. Are you giving me the requirement or I want to do it?
No, no. You proceed with your project requirement of yours.
Okay.
Could you maximize the screen so that I can view better what you're writing? Little bit zoom. Yes, yes, enough. Okay, first of all, could you explain us the requirements so that we can understand what you're writing?
Okay. I want to create a customer SIF, I mean, customer account number. Uh, so that the customer can update their mobile number
Mm-hmm.
and get the updates regarding their transactions, everything.
All right. Can you please draft into the user
Yeah,
story?
yeah,
You can directly write user story.
okay, yeah.
Also, could you write it down the acceptance criteria?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Fine. So, as a BA, like, how do you translate the business requirement into functional and non-functional requirements?
Okay. So when I want to translate this business requirement into functional thing, first I want to understand what are the technicalities required. Like if I want to update the mobile number, I have to give the person access to link their number with the account. So the development team needs to be focused on the essentialities. So in the non-functional thing is where we understand how the system work under constraints. What if the procedure is failed, and how it I mean the scalability and the usability of the feature is done with the non-functional documents.
So what are non-functional requirements?
Non-functional requirements are those that impact are those that when the how the system works under constraints.
Okay, what are it includes?
uh, Usability, scalability, and scope of the project.
Okay. Okay. So if the domain is new, how do you ensure that you are understanding the domain and contribute better? How do you take the plan?
Actually, when there is a new domain, I will first start with the terms involved in the domain. Like earlier, I didn't work in the banking sector, so first I started with the terms and like from basics, what is the daily thing going to happen in a banking system. So what are the payment flows? What are the kind of transactions, and what do they call them? What do any failures are called? So I'll start with the basics, and I'll go through all the business documents to understand how the process flow works. And I will also take the KT from all the existing project members to get cope with the project as soon as possible.
Okay. Okay. That's it from my end. Do you have any questions?
Yes, onboarding with your project, what kind of domain am I going to work with, and what is the assistant that you are going to provide for me is what I'm expecting from
So you will be a part of healthcare domain. So we are going to. It's already in the process of developing since last 2 years. So most probably you will be a part of that domain. And rest assured that there is a senior business analyst who are already well versed with the entire application domain knowledge. So once you are onboarded, they will be giving a KT session so that you can also contribute from your end better way as you become well versed with the application. So yeah, we will be providing the KT and required existing documents for you to understand and gain deep knowledge about our application.
I'm really excited to work in new domain because I've been working in the same domain for the past 3 years. So I am excited and looking forward to work with the new domains and explore my knowledge in BA field. I
All
want to
right.
contribute
So
my
do you have any other?
100%. Uh, uh, Nothing as of now.
All right. Thank you. The HR will get back to you.
Thank you.